What's up, guys? This is KCS Games here, and we are doing our very first what to do. So, you see this deck online, and you want to play it, okay? But you don't have all the cards, or they don't have all the cards. And so, today I'm showing you what to do. So, the first thing that I did was, and his link will be in the description below. I took Yishan's, or however you pronounce his YouTube name. So sorry. Anyway, he'll be down below. I took his deck profile from his event that he played in, and I wanted to see what else the deck could do with access to every card. So with that being said, I have only one card missing from this, and it's currently on its way. I just haven't had it yet. It hasn't came up to where I needed it, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, anyway, I want to get into my version of the deck. So first of all, shout outs to him for doing so well with it already. He's definitely one of the main innovators of the deck. So shout outs to him. But onto the profile. It is Tri-Brigade Lyrilisk. That's how you say it. So you play 3 Fractal and 3 Nerval. You want to play this one because of the level 1 Wing Beast, so it goes with the Lyrilisks. In his build, he played 1 kit, which I found kind of odd because he also plays the Spells and Traps. So I like 2, and also if you're going to be playing Rescue Rabbit, or Rescue Cat in this deck, I definitely want the multiple names. So he went 3 Karis and 2, or in 1 kit. I'm doing 2 and 2. Main reason for that is I find that the turns that you need to use Fractal's effect to maximize the send, you would Fractal into Kit into Nerval to search Karis. So that's the reason why I'm doing that. I mean, he could be this is very iffy because like I don't even play the Spells and Traps, so this could potentially go to 1, and Karis could be a 3 of. I need to do my own testing a little bit more there, but that's just for ratios. Moving on, we kept his ratios. This seemed to work out best. The maximum I have done is 3-2-2. This thing is not needed at more than 1. It's just a nice little piece of extra extender, but it will brick you if you draw multiples. So there's that. And then, of course, the Wind Barrier statue and the Apex Avian. So these cards are amazing, and they cause you to win the game. Then DD Crows. So they're searchable, they're relevant, and they're combo pieces. So level 1 Wing Beasts. 3 Ash. This is the best like middle ground hand trap, and I still think Gamma is the best hand trap of the format. Unfortunately, I have to play the brick with it, but this is my 9 hand traps. I believe this is the same route he took. I can't remember offhand. So it should be 28 monsters, and then we have 12 Spells and Trap cards. So Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, Called by the Grave, Droll Lockbird, and Lancia Hurt You. So you need to be on call, because honestly, Tactics could do something, but it's not really, it's not amazing, especially if you get Drolled. One of the main cards that get you into Drolled, or being Drolled, is Pot of Prosperity. So in his build, he's playing Jack in the Hand. I don't know if it's because, well, actually, I think in his profile, he did mention he doesn't own Pot of Prosperity. So I wanted to give it a shot. I would never banish 6. It's too many resources unless you are going first and there's like a side deck card you have to have, which I don't think that's a thing right now. So more on this after the side deck, but it's really good. And then 3 Tinky because you need more Fractal. So there's that. And then for 3 traps, I'm on this in the main. He sides it for when he's guaranteeing going first. That makes sense to me, except for the fact that, honestly, if your opponent's any good at the game, they're going to hand trap you in the middle of your stuff. The only thing that you honestly get hit by is a main decked Lancia, which honestly, having 3 copies of this, meaning that you can hit it early, means if you just get shut down by Lancia, you can just summon a wind, set this, and if you guys don't know what this does, it's very familiar to a guy that we all want banned. So this is very familiar to, or similar to King of All Calamities. So it says if you control a wind winged beast monster until the end of the turn, negate any monster effects that your opponent activates. So yeah, that's really good. And then the catch is, if you have a Harpy monster, you can activate this card from your hand. So I'll get it into that in just a second. We're gonna go with the extra deck here. You have to play the Link Kribo. It's part of the combo. 2 Ferjits, or however you want to pronounce it. This thing's awesome. Like, just to be able to extend, put back a brick. It's just really good. Yeah, super great card. With Prosperity, unfortunately, I do end up finding myself banishing an additional copy. She's not really good like late game, and she doesn't get you back into the match. So very seldomly do I actually go into 2 in a game, but it does happen. So we have this guy. He's just good. If you don't know what he does, you should know by now because this deck is picking up steam, but that's fine. You're going to pitch a card. You're going to bounce a card. You make them with the Tri-Brigade. It's that. And then we play the Harpy Conductor. So this you can link into. I don't suggest doing that unless like you have Harpy's Featherstorm, or like you can't risk something gone wrong. Then go ahead and link into her. But Tri-Brigade's usually just make her up top, and then now whenever you hold this, you can just full combo. Any interruptions, you just chain this. You got them to waste their card. It's an activated effect. So yeah, they lose out on that. That's it for my Link 2s. And then for Link 3s, the strongest card in the deck, right here. This is your game winner. This puts them under the lock of Statue and your Link Kribo here. Yeah, it's really good. And then you have this thing. It comes up. It's really strong. So like, if you don't have enough on board, like you weren't able to make Appaloosa or something, you can actually get rid of Samorg or potentially something else. Like if you ended on Ancient Warriors and Barrier Statue, you can take those 2 and make this. So if your opponent has no monsters in the graveyard, this attack doubles, which puts it at 4,800. And then its other effect is it shuffles in a monster from your opponent's graveyard. So it helps you fix that graveyard. So, and trust me, they did not use a whole lot with a Wind Barrier Statue on the field that they can't destroy. So maybe a hand trap and it shuffles it away, and then it becomes 48, and then you just OTK them. I've been using this guy more and more. He's not great. It's not really for his effect. It's the fact that he's a Link 3. It's just something to go into that isn't like your main pieces. And it helps you stack ladder into this guy or Appaloosa. And so Shreg, he's broken. He's the one I'm waiting on. So for the time being, I am using an Omega. Omega can put back some of the stuff that you banish for... like, Omega barely comes up, but it can put back the stuff that you banished face down back into your extra deck from Pot of Prosperity. Outside of that, it's just really good to put back your Tri-Brigade stuff. So like, but honestly, this is probably going to be the second Shreg, because the last little bits are one of the most important combo pieces you have. This thing searches any of your level 1s. So broken, and then the Zeus package. You have to play this one. You'd be a fool not to play Downard right now, because that gives you a 2 send with Zeus. So it's really, really good. Now into the side deck. So my differences are pretty, they're small, but I feel like they're impactful. So anyway, we both played Lancia, both played Droll. I'm playing Miradora. So I think Virtual World going first is really hard for this deck. You have to open a impactful hand trap, and DD Crow just ain't it. So I was thinking like Ash is okay, but like I don't think it's more impactful than Lancia. So I would take Ash out for this, and then or I guess Crow's out for this, and then I think this card would be better than Ash. But honestly, going second, you're gonna drop these cards anyway. So yeah, I think it's really important to have a lot of hand traps against Calamities. This is one that stops him. It has applications in other matchups, very seldomly, but they do come up, and it's a really interesting card. And then for back row, we have Dark Smorg and Harpy's Feather Duster and Red Reboot. This card's insane. And Triple Lightning Storm. So I'm trying to remember his build offhand, but essentially, yeah, I think everything is actually the same except for these 4 cards. So he only played 2 Lightning Storm. He played an Imperial Order and the 3 Feather Storms. So it's not really too far off of his list. But I wanted to try the additional things, and what I was going to mention is Pot of Prosperity against back row decks is actually just insane. So there's a lot of matchups where you're going to know that you have to open like certain cards, and so like going first, you may know that after a certain point you have to see this card. If you're going second and you know your opponent's on Dragon Link, you have to see a blowout or something, you know. So anyway, if you don't have these cards, what I suggest is play the Jack into hand, because that obviously is really good. He also played 1 for 1. Yeah, that was one of the cards that I thought about as well. I didn't like discarding a card just to get ashed, and like it puts you on too many scenarios where you have to have Gamma, and like you can't just play a game relying on Call by the Grave and Gamma. Like that's just not okay to rely on those cards. But yeah, anyway, so the things that could technically be changed are definitely here. You do need outs to Calamities. So Imperm has gotten cheaper. You could technically try Imperm and go with Cosmic Cyclones over the Lightning Storms, or I'd suggest maybe Dark Ruler No More. That's a really decent card with this deck, because you can just easily Dark Ruler them. They don't take any battle damage, but you can still battle with this, so you battle directly, and then Downard, and then Zeus their board away. So like Dark Ruler is really good for that. Usually you're just afraid of back row. This deck deals with Dragoon pretty easily, as long as there's no back row. So that's why those Storms are so important to me. And the Red Reboot and the Harpy's Feather Duster. But yeah, the deck can definitely play Twin Twister as well. I think there's plenty of room to be able to pitch a card. It could even be a starter going second, pitching something like Nerval to get you in the Fractal, to get you in the whatever. So that could be interesting. Just trying to think of some budget options for you guys. But yeah, this turned into like a really weird comparison video, and that's definitely not what I wanted. I just wanted to show you, like, this is what I would do, I guess. And what to do if you had more cards than the video, like if they were playing a budget option. So I just wanted to start off with like maybe the higher end stuff, and then definitely check out his video. He covers a lot of different options, and then he even gives you the jack in the hand like preferences. I think the card's great. It's just if you're going to be doing remote duels, you can't actually play the card. So that's why I'm, working on Pot of Prosperity, and just to do what he did, just to give you an idea. For Pot of Prosperity, if you know you're going first, so like you can actually side out, or not side out, but banish. So like I said, a Fergie, if you don't need it, you can banish Omega if need be. Usually, I don't like to, because of what I mentioned. But if Gamma's not in sight, then I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But honestly, like if you're completely blind game one and your first play is to Prosperity, I would take the risk, and because you're going first, you're probably gonna lock them out. I would just banish the whole Zeus engine, just so you don't mess anything up. But like if you're going second, obviously Zeus is a pretty good viable option. You can side or banish the Omega and the Fergie, and honestly, like going first, you're never gonna go into, or going second, you're never gonna go into Appaloosa. So like that's a pretty decent banish. So yeah, and the cool part about the deck is it's super consistent. So like you don't need to see 6 cards, but like I guess it just depends on your matchup. Like if you're against Drytron and you don't have a way to stop them, and like they had just hit you with, I don't know, a Droll or something. No, Droll wouldn't work. Yeah, there's not really anything Drytron can do going first, other than orange. I guess, yeah, they orange herald you, and like stop your Fergie or your Tri-Brigade. So if that something like that happened, right, and then you have to dig for a card, then obviously you're going to banish 6. And going first, you're going to banish this stuff. And I mean, honestly, you could get away with banishing all 6. Appaloosa isn't needed against Drytron to stop them. They have way too many monster effects to activate, so you're not going to stop them all. You just have to get the Wind Barrier statue or the trap. So just want to give a quick draw to kind of show what kind of hands we got here. And see, this is why I really like the Featherstorm. It's because I knew, like, some of these hands you're going to end like on a really weird situation. So what I would do with this hand, honestly, is I would start off with Tenki. And if they have Ash, they're insane because, like, obviously we could have Gamma. So the point is to draw out Droll here because we have the Featherstorm. So we go ahead and search the Fractal. And if they Droll us here, I know this doesn't seem like a lot, but all you do is just normal summon, set, and pass. And you flip this card. They're not killing you. They can kill the monster, but they're not killing you. And you have your turn back. And they're not setting anything up. So what happens now? We Fractal. I'm just going to do basic combo. So for me, I like to pitch the kit into the Nerval, into the Karis, wherever he may be. There he is. Sorry if my hand's in the way. Let me get this situated here. Oh shoot, we are approaching 20 minutes. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. So let me use Karis' special effect to pitch any of the 3 types, and then we're gonna banish. Honestly, like, we're going second now, so we just want to banish 4. I think just banish 4 and go into your Shreg. This is now going to banish one of their cards, so that puts a 3k body on the field, and then we have Fractal, and so there's a couple different things we could have done here, actually. So we can still link this off for Fajit, which will trigger the Shreg and search something else out. I'm going to search Fractal, and then we're going to use Fajit to special Fractal. And then we're going to use Fractal's effect to banish 3. And this is a quick OTK. Obviously not there. I actually, I need to do my research on this. I feel so bad for not knowing this right now at the time of this video. But I actually don't know if Tri-Brigades have to follow the links, the arrows. So I'll have to look that up. But anyway, this would be 2K, 2K, 16, and 24. That's 8,000 on the nose. So that's pretty cool. You'd be able to push through, and like I said, you'd banished a card. So and then, like, if somehow they had a way to save themselves, you would set that and special out the Wind Barrier statue, which then they have to out, which basically takes away their battle phase. But honestly, if they lived through all that, we would have just linked off into an Appaloosa and then had this set up right here. I think that's more threatening. Technically, you would have drawn a card, which obviously could have been that, but just showing, and you'd bottom deck it off of the fair sheet. But oh yeah, that reminds me. Pot of Prosperity. If you draw your card off of fair sheet, you do not get to activate Prosperity that turn, and also vice versa. You cannot fair sheet if you play Prosperity first. So just keep that in mind. It rarely comes up where you need to do it. It's just if you draw your the Big Bird, Apex Avian, or the Barrier statue. But honestly, it's not really an issue. Support can summon from hand as well. So if it ever comes up, you can just summon it, and then you can normal summon this, because like a lot of your combos, you don't actually normal summon anything. So yeah. Anyway, I hope this helps explain certain things. I will definitely choose a different style of a deck, maybe something a little less complicated and more well known, to try and explain everything with, for my process and my thinking on certain things. So yeah, again, guys, if you like the concept, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. It'd be great. And go check out Yishan, or Yishan, however you say his name. I'm sorry, guy. But yeah, go check him out. His video is pretty cool. And he's really good. So, yep. Till next time. Bye.